Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Today, we are pleased to present an update on the Near North District School Board's Multi-Year Strategic Plan, our MYSP, and how it aligns with the Ministry's Student Achievement Plan. Let's walk through our progress, priorities, and next steps together. Here is what we will cover today: a brief overview of the Multi-Year Strategic Plan, a look at how it connects to student achievement and well-being, and a summary of our strategic direction. We will also invite your feedback and questions to help shape our next steps. In this presentation, we will walk through an executive overview of the final version of the 2021 to 2026 Multi-Year Strategic Plan, which is available on the Near North District School Board website. The MYSP was launched in September of 2021 after 16 months of consultation and planning. Community voices played a key role in identifying our priorities. Public engagement was led by Nanos Research, Ramsey Partners Incorporated, and Ministry Special Advisors. Their input, along with board and industry data, have helped to shape our 4 strategic priorities. Progress is assessed regularly and shared at board meetings. In the spring and fall of each year, we take time to engage with all stakeholders and partners to gather feedback and consider opportunities to refine our actions. The 4 priorities of the multi-year strategic plan constitute the overarching direction of the Near North District School Board over the course of the 5-year plan. The 4 priorities of the MYSP guide all planning at the Near North District School Board. These priorities emerged from common themes in stakeholder feedback and research. They serve as our compass, ensuring that every initiative aligns with our shared vision. The strategic priorities include excellence in teaching and learning, excellence in innovation, excellence in relationships, and excellence in communication. As we take a look inside of the multi-year strategic planning document, we see that the first 10 pages include an introduction, acknowledgments of stakeholders and rights holders, and a summary of the themes that emerged from our consultations. This foundation supports the design and the direction of the plan. A summary of strategic objectives can be found on pages 16 and 17. The board's objectives are grouped into 5 categories: academic, community, process, organizational, and financial. These objectives ensure that our operations support student achievement and well-being. All board, school, and department plans align with the multi-year strategic plan's 4 priorities. While school and/or department plans are tailored to local contexts, they share the same focus on student success. Following the global pandemic, data was collected to help establish a baseline for learning recovery. This data has been referred to regularly to help us close gaps and monitor student progress. To keep our community informed, the Near North District School Board website has been updated for easier navigation. Reports are available in board meeting packages and on the multi-year strategic planning page. The MYSP committee receives quarterly updates, and the board reviews semi-annual reports. The ministry now requires all boards to post their student achievement plans online. Ours is currently available on the multi-year strategic planning webpage. Change management is not a solo endeavor. It thrives on collective ownership. According to Dr. John Cotter, successful transformation hinges on engaging people at every level of the organization. His model emphasizes that change is most effective when it is co-created, communicated, and sustained by a broad coalition of stakeholders. As we enter year 5 of the multi-year strategic plan, this work is very much alive in the hearts and minds of staff across our system. This is evidenced by the collective commitment to the multi-year strategic plan priorities and actions, and a culture of continuous improvement. As spring turns to summer, we enter a phase of reflection. This is an opportunity for staff across our system to consider our actions and think about how we might learn or do differently in support of student achievement and well-being. In July 2023, the Ministry of Education released new regulations outlining provincial priorities for student achievement and well-being. What has become known as the Student Achievement Plan identifies priorities in the area of achievement in core academic skills, preparation of students for future success, and student engagement and well-being. These priorities now guide our planning and implementation. A well-designed multi-year strategic plan has prepared the Near North District School Board to receive the Student Achievement Plan direction from the Ministry of Education. The 3 priorities in the new Ministry Student Achievement Plan are addressed in the MYSP. Key objectives in board and school plans are aligned to the Ministry Student Achievement Plan and focus on improving learning outcomes and core academic skills, preparing students for future success, and ensuring that students come to school and feel engaged and well. If we were to ask an educator why they do what they do, we would most likely hear them refer to their moral imperative, a call to support student well-being and achievement. As the ministry has developed the Student Achievement Plan and shared direction with boards across the province, they too have also reflected on this very question. The new legislation, Bill 98, emphasizes student achievement, hands-on learning, and preparing students for life and work. It supports a vision of education that includes strong educators, engaged parents, and modern learning environments. The plan includes 11 indicators aligned with the 3 priorities and goals for each of the priorities. These indicators are used by boards to measure success and work or efforts to achieve those goals. The timeline to implement the Student Achievement Plan includes consultation windows every spring and every fall. As we conclude the spring consultation window, we submit our initial board plan to the ministry on June 30th. While many of the indicators for the Student Achievement Plan are quantitative in nature, and as this metaphor would suggest, sit a mile high, as a district, we actively work to elicit qualitative data, voices from schools and classrooms, to ensure that our plan is reflective of students' and families' experiences. Throughout the spring, we have hosted virtual and in-person sessions to review board priorities, actions, and to gather feedback to refine our plans. These consultations have included the Near North District School Board Parent Involvement Committee, Indigenous Education Advisory Council, Special Education Advisory Committee, Equity Advisory Circle, Multi-Year Strategic Planning Committee, as well as the Indigenous Youth Circle. On April 30th, school boards submitted baseline student achievement planning templates. The ministry uses this data to identify where additional support is needed. This information is currently available on the board website under the MYSP webpage. Each of the provincial priorities includes goals to guide each district's work. The goals are informed by measures of success or indicators. The goals for achievement of learning outcomes in core academic skills include improving students' literacy learning and achievement and improving students' math learning and achievement. The Standardized Provincial Assessments, or EQAO, at grades 3, 6, 9, and the OSSLT in grade 10 are used to measure a board's success in the area of core academic skills. Beyond the provincially identified indicators, boards have the latitude to identify additional measures that will inform the work year to year. The Near North District School Board has included Acadian's reading assessments or screening tools. While these tools are mandated in the kindergarten to grade 2 space, teachers across our system have embraced this assessment tool to inform responsive instruction in the area of literacy learning. In fact, over 90% of students in all grades were screened for reading difficulties. In addition, the district reviews report card data to support an understanding of how students are achieving in key grade areas. For example, the D-Stream Grade 9 Math course and D-Stream Grade 9 English course have been monitored since the introduction of D-Streaming in 2021. You can see that in 24-25 Semester 1, 93% of Grade 9 students earned their math credit. This is an increase of 2% over last year. Under the priority of preparation of students for future success, the goal is to improve students' graduation rates and preparedness for the future. Key measures include the percentage of students who have earned 16 or more credits at the end of grade 10. In essence, this would mean that students earned all of their grade 9 credits and all of their grade 10 credits. While this metric was at its lowest point in 21-22, it has continued to rise in response to learning recovery efforts and a normalization of school routines. Other measures include participation in job skills program. This would include Specialist High Skills Major, Co-op, Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program, and dual credits. The Near North District School Board continues to be a leader in this area, with 33% of students participating in at least one job skills program. This continues to outpace rates across the province. Ultimately, the aim of any student in the secondary or in a K-12 learning environment is to graduate with an Ontario Secondary School diploma. The key measure here would be the percentage of students graduating with an Ontario Secondary School diploma within 5 years of starting grade 9. The Near North District School Board has seen a year-over-year increase of 3.5%. In this case, there's still a ways to go before closing the gap between our district and the province. However, within our region, we continue to be a leading performer. The third priority, student engagement and well-being, is focused on improving attendance, reducing suspension, and increasing awareness of mental health supports. These indicators reflect how well students are engaging with their learning and feeling supported. We recognize that attendance matters. We know that students with high absenteeism rates tend to have lower achievement in school. And in fact, vulnerable populations are disproportionately affected. We also know that engagement in school decreases with poor attendance, further impacting student achievement. A key measure of success in this area is the percentage of students in grades 1 to 8 whose individual attendance rate is equal to or greater than 90%. And this number is not just arbitrarily identified. It is through research that we recognize that when students miss 10% or more of instructional time, there tends to be a negative impact on their achievement. And while many look to the pandemic as a cause or a rationale as to why or when this trend began, we recognize that, in fact, it started as early as 2018-19. However, since 21-22, we have seen a continual gain in the number of students achieving this benchmark, meaning attending school. And much of that can be attributed to the work of schools to ensure that learning environments are welcoming and responsive to student needs, and that we promote participation in learning and promote presence in class. To improve student achievement and well-being, we need your input. Please take a moment to complete the family survey related to the multi-year strategic plan and the student achievement plan. Your feedback helps us to plan effectively and to meet the needs of all learners. This survey will remain open until October 31st, 2025. You can access the survey via the Near North District School Board website on the Multi-Year Strategic Planning page or via this QR code using a smartphone. As we conclude our presentation today, we would like to thank all of the students, staff, families, and community partners who continue to engage with our district and to support our efforts to improve student achievement and well-being. Your feedback and voice continues to guide this work. Thank you.